happy Wednesday. Cindy Daychuk here with Queen Bee Creations. For those of you that are usually quick to jump onto the what's available for sale, just know that as I'm talking to you right now, Nick is turning all the products on one by one because I forgot. I usually, when I get home from work, make us dinner, and then as soon as dinner is over, I go and I empty out the stuff from last week and I turn all of the stuff for this week on. But I was busy doing stuff related to wading through all the paperwork from my mom. So I emptied out a bunch of drawers, and I'm got file folders, and I'm putting things away, trying to sort through a lot of the paperwork, and I got caught up in doing that, and I just went out of my head that I was supposed to be doing something else. Nick is taking care of it, so we can talk about all the products. Know that if there's something that you see, and when you go into the new this week tab on the website, Queen Bee Creations Home, if you don't see it, he hasn't turned it on yet. But I will tell you as soon as he's done doing all of it. Too many things in my head. So a couple of quick announcements before we jump into any of this anyway. So I had the first customer that got dinged with duties. We shipped product out. I have to declare on the form where every product originates. So whether it's in Canada, and even then I have to specify what province, if it's in Germany, Italy, Portugal, China, whatever. For the longest time, it was only Chinese goods that we needed to be sort of concerned about whether or not they were going to be subject to duties crossing over the border. And even then, even when I declared that on the paperwork, nobody was getting hit with any of the tariff fees. And I think it's because they didn't have the systems in place for such low dollar items. I mean, obviously companies that are shipping over major thousands of dollars worth of product, they were getting dinged. They were getting hit with the tariffs, no problem. But when you're shipping goods, like usually you guys are buying, small items, maybe all under $100, they were just slipping over without it. But I had the first customer get hit with a tariff, and I don't think that she knew what it was. She contacted me to pay, and I'm kind of going, I don't pay your tariffs. So sorry. She was not happy. She was not happy with me. It's getting really complicated now. The U.S. government has now levied tariffs on pretty much every country. So I can't keep track for you anymore. I am making an effort now when I'm listing new products. If it says China, made in China on the bottom, I'm trying to put that into the description for you. But, you guys are cha-chinging. So Nick, did you finish loading them all?
Yeah.
Nick finished loading them all. So I've tried to be looking at all the tariffs around the world. I can't keep up. It's crazy, and it changes constantly. So Canadian made products are going to be subject to tariffs. There's tariffs on virtually every country, the best I can figure. The amounts vary, they change often. I can't track. So this is kind of my one warning to anybody US based, is that I don't know. I don't know if you'll get hit with any tariffs and duties. It seems to be hit and miss. I don't know how much it is, and I don't know what countries it is. I have no clue anymore. I am still more than willing to ship, but I can't keep up. I can't keep track. So that's it. That's all I got to say about that. It's crazy. It's It is what it is. You know, I'm not getting into any of the politics of it. Um, I'm sorry it's happening. I think that's it. I'm sorry it's happening. We enjoyed so long a period of duty free between the countries that it's beyond frustrating. Um, I deal with a lot of U.S. suppliers, so it's not hitting me the same in the reverse. We're not charging the same reciprocal tariffs and duties on U.S. product. Um, certainly not on Chinese goods and things, but I have nothing, no words of explanation beyond that for any of my U.S. purchasers. It is what it is, and it's kind of you know, if you forgive the phrase, it's kind of a crapshoot. Whether you get charged, whether you don't, what the amount is, I don't know. It varies, and it is what it is. So just be aware of it. I guess it's like there's a risk of whatever associated with any of it. Sorry. Sorry. Um, videos this week. I had done on Monday a little paint staining video. So showing that you can, I get a lot of customers that really are into wanting to stain wood now. Take it back to the natural wood and stain it so that you could see the wood grain. But there's a number of them that are going, but I don't want browns. Those aren't my color schemes. So what I did on Monday was show, I happened to have purchased a little, let me see if I can lift it up for you guys, a little raw wood cabinet. Okay, this is it. It was raw wood, the door didn't close, I had to sand all that down, but I showed you how you could use paint to stain it. So it doesn't show maybe very well to you guys, although here you can see like this knot. So paint would mask that. The paint stain, like any stain, would not. You can see the wood grain through this. And then as a sealer, I did white waxing on it to be able to give it a little bit more of that beachy vibe. And it came with no backing. So I had an old cottage interior doors, very thin wood. And one of the things that we did then was I showed you how to be able to do a really easy method for really flat, wrinkle-free decoupaging using wrapping paper, and how to be able to seal that to avoid getting wrinkles as well. Let me see if I can get it down as easily as I got it up. So this guy, I finally got around to listing a little bit of the furniture that I've been doing. So this little cabinet, hang on, is for $48. I know that I had done like a paint wash for Taj method of layering paint, round table, and kind of the terracottas and black. I finally listed that as well, so that's in the new this week listing. And I think it's for $60. So I just finally got around to that. Sorry, guys, I keep forgetting when I do the furniture. People might want to buy it. I am not shipping those to the States. And if you're in Canada and you want those shipped, then they will require you to reach out to me and for me to try and see about getting a shipping quote. The system that I have does kind of utilizes and bases the fee calculations based on Canada Post, and above a certain weight Canada Post does not ship. So I need to be able to kind of package it out, get the dimensions, and reach out to different courier companies potentially, or shipping companies, like big item shipping companies, to be able to get quotes on furniture. So just so you know, if you try and put it into your shopping cart, it's going to reject it unless you said pick up from store, and then we can start seeing about what shipping costs are And the worst thing that happens is that the shipping costs are crazy. You say, heck no, and I refund your money. It wouldn't be the first time. And not just on furniture, just even sometimes goods that end up in oversized boxes, or an amalgamation of product that ends up in an oversized box and becomes a crazy, ridiculous price. And shipping, yes, we have shipping woes in shipping to the States, but we have shipping woes across Canada. There are pockets of spots in Canada that are just crazy nuts prices, and not always just different provinces. Sometimes just even within Ontario, sometimes the pricing is crazy. Or I have a little envelope and I think, oh, I should be able to ship that for a couple of dollars, and I'm having to tell people, no, it's going to be $12 for this tiny little envelope. Like, it's nuts. So, and then of course, Canada Post employees keep rejecting any settlement, so we always have that little axe hanging over our heads as well. So it is what it is, and you just have to shake your head and laugh. Let's get to some of the stuff that we have. I'm gonna jump in with some of the bigger items so that I can push them off in Nick's direction, so I have a place to put some of the smaller ones. So let me start with these two Crocs. I've listed them individually. I mean, they're obviously kind of the same maker. One obviously in a kind of an olive tone, one in more of a cream tone, but they each have their own saying as well. One is enjoy the little things, and one is believe you can and you're halfway there. They are both a perfect size for utensils if you wanted to have them on a cabinet. Perfect. If you're someone like me with paintbrushes, they'd be awesome for paintbrushes as well. So multiple uses. Both work as vases if you want to go that way. And either one is $11 on the site. I have this red candlestick. So this is a nice solid wood candlestick in a really lovely kind of burnished red. So it's not high gloss. It's definitely kind of in that old world red color more than anything else. It's $9. Great coming up into, it's still summer. I hate saying coming up into the Christmas season, but a lot of people are starting to craft Christmas now because they've got markets coming up in October, and so they got to get ready. Perfect going into that kind of season. I had two really tall matching red metal candlesticks that were in the shop that I did not get a chance to list, and somebody walked into the shop and bought them. So there are items that I just don't get a chance to even photograph, and people are saying, give me a price, how much is that? It goes before I even get to put it on the website. So sorry for those of you that only shop on the website. This picture is I forgot to write that one down. So this is a Pioneer woman. I think that it normally retails in the $40 to $45 range. It is $15. I think what I didn't write down was the flower pattern. I think it's called a Market Floral. That stands out in my head. Market Floral pattern. And it's in pretty much pristine condition. No chips, no cracks, no nothing. So just a nice kind of light, kind of florally color. I like the colored handle. This is a hand pot from Portugal. It's kind of got these raised bands that go down along it, kind of in this cream and gray color, for $12. It's fairly substantial, actually. It's a lovely little decor piece, though. I love the textural differences on it, and kind of like the spiral kind of look, that ringed, I think I may have called it a ringed hand pot, actually, but all little rings going down concentrically. This is a hand-painted Italian canister. So it has the cork lid. $13 for this, but I found on the web, the lowest price was $40 for this. So 13, significantly better. Okay, now this big cast iron kind of flourish or cameo. I mean, the center, as you can see, I've got a close up on the website cameo of the young girl's face. This guy looks like it was sawed off of something. So there's 3 sections across here that actually have screws in the back. So I don't know. It doesn't look like you can remove them. It looks like they got soldered on, but you really want them off, you could get them off. But it looks like it was part of something else, like maybe the top of a gate or something. And it was sawn off and then changed into like a pediment or a flourish. So I have that for $16. No, that's old. There's some age on it, but it's a lovely kind of flourish, like for above a door or something like that. I really liked that. Yeah, they're welded, right? Yeah. So you'd have to kind of knock that welding.
Yeah, you have to grind it off probably.
You'd have to probably grind it off. They're not sharp. They're not necessarily sharp. And quite honestly, like if you were hanging it up on a wall, you're not even going to notice it. But I just wanted to mention, because you're not necessarily seeing it live if you were buying it, that you need to know that there were 3 spots that was cut off of something else. I'm thinking like maybe the top of a grate, like a gate or something, yeah. Right?
Although it's not very wide, so although it could be the top of a gate and then gate on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, just a section of it or something. So I don't know what it was originally used for. I think it's lovely. I really like the fact that it's got that kind of cameo kind of thing in the center. I don't usually see. Usually they're just either like a shape, like a fleur-de-lis or something like that, or like a lion's head or something. You don't usually get like a person's face on them, or I have never seen them with that. So it was just kind of special. A set of salt and pepper shakers. These are in raised patterns, so you can see how they're all sort of carved in just lovely sunflowers as we go into that season. I can't say that word. It's from 1996. Miyazaki. They're hand painted in China. $6.
Miyazaki doesn't sound Chinese though.
No, it sounds Japanese, I thought. But isn't that Miyazaki? Miyazaki? I don't know.
Hand painted in China.
Hand painted in China. Maybe they're made in Japan and painted. I don't know. It gets so confusing now. All right. This little plate. This is all embossed design. So all this patterning and these fish. Just a nice, cute little trinket plate if you wanted. $6 in that fish pattern. And I have this handmade from 2005 by Nicole, handmade pottery plate. And I just love kind of that abstract element of it. And it's just kind of a nice size. So whether you use it as an underplate of a planter, whether you're just using it on tabletop for trinkets or as a key dish, or you're putting, it's like a good Boursin cheese size, right? So multiple uses, no problem. Oh, did I say it was $7? No, you
didn't.
Okay, $7. I'm saying it now. Okay, let me show you this mug first. So this is Also from Italy. So made in Italy, hand painted rooster mug. I found this one on the internet for $30. $8, which is the price for most of my mugs. $8, regardless of whether they sell for 45 or 30 or whatever. But just has that. Definitely that kind of Italian rooster, very similar to like the Italian rooster pictures, right, where they pour out of the beak and stuff. Very similar. So very cute. I love it in those light kind of aqua tones. Okay, if I found more of these bowls, they're just beautiful, beautiful. So this is Woods and Sons from England, and just this lovely toile. So it's called Toile de Joie.
Joie.
Jouy. Joie. Joie. Because that's a French name, made in England. I don't know. So these bowls go for about $30 each. It's $9, but I love it. It's got the black rim, so it's in a black and cream kind of toile pattern. It's a nice size, just even as an individual bowl. For serving things or small fruit, this would be perfect size for, you know, like the small plums and apricots that are out right now that I am enjoying. But I would love getting more of these. I love that pattern. Okay, so pretty.
So Jouy, joie, typically refers to a toile de joie, a type of printed fabric with a characteristic pattern of scenes in French country life, often in a single color like blue, green, or red, on a white or light background.
Oh, okay. So it's just a term to donate the fact that we're seeing these pastoral scenes.
The term originates from the town of Jouy on Joise near Paris, where the fabric was first produced in the 19th century.
Okay. So it's just referencing
The area.
the area that originated this look. Okay. This is a cool vintage item coming up. These are so pretty. So these are actually, I mean, you could use them for whatever, but they were originally vintage crystal candle holders. Now they've got the cut crystal base here, and then it's got raised dots all around them. I mean, it looks very much like it would be like a champagne or a cocktail glass, which you could certainly use them for, but they were originally made as candlestick holders.
Is there a hole at the bottom?
No?
No?
Like it stops, it doesn't.
No, I'm
go
just
through.
saying if you turn it upside down, put the candle on top of that.
Maybe. Well, you could do it that way.
You've had it like you've had things like
I've
that
had
before.
things like that before that. Okay, maybe it's this way.
Yeah.
I took pictures of it this way.
Yeah.
I love it as a glass. I think that's what it is. So the pair is $14. But I love these. Yeah, okay, so that
looks
maybe
like-
makes
that
sense.
looks more like a candle.
This is the candle holder. This is the champagne. This is the cocktail. I like it this way.
Yeah.
It would actually hold a candlestick this way as well,
Yeah.
to tell you the truth. But yeah, it probably goes this way. Okay, that was my dumb moment. It's been a tough week.
Yay! I won one.
Nick was right. He's over there doing a happy dance and celebrating right now. So yeah, okay, candlestick holder. It pictures it like this though. Okay, that makes infinitely more sense. Oh, these guys I saw for $45 online versus 14. You guys do the math. It is what it is. Okay, another old cast iron piece is this fleur-de-lis. Now this is a heavy sucker, and it's got rusted patina on it. It's perfect like this. For me, I'm not going to paint it out, but if you buy it and you want to spray paint it black or gold or whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. It's sold already? Okay, it's not for sale. Somebody else loved it too. I love this. I love the look of the patina of it right now. But it is heavy. This baby is heavy. So I don't know who bought it, and I don't know where it's shipping to, but it's gonna have some weight to that box.
It's a pickup.
Is it? Ah, perfect. That's even better. They're picking it up. I don't have to ship it. That makes me happy. That one would have been a high-priced ship, I think. Okay, these two mugs. Now I'm selling each of them individually. They are actually from the same company, 10 Strawberry Street. They both have, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but they have this dimpled surface. So they've got this sort of cool textural sort of, almost like, I always think of this surface as like a golf ball surface because golf balls are all dimpled. But one is the blue and one is the yellow. So take your pick. Each is $8, or again, I was going to put them as a set because they're both the same company, they're the same shape mug, they're just different colors and different florals. And then I thought, well, you know what? If you hate yellow and you love blue, or vice versa, you might just want them individually. So I went with individual. The tough calls I have to make in my day. Okay, next up are these. Now these are Corelle plates. They are vintage. They are pristine. They are in great shape. They're in kind of this pink and burgundy color. These are made in the USA. So they're stovetop. There's like little to no wear, like utensil marks and things like that. So I have a set of 4 of them for $14, and these babies, I forgot to write it down, but I think that they sell for anywhere from $15 to $20 a piece.
So there's a message here. Lululemon. It's me, Louise. See you tomorrow to pick it up.
Okay. So love these. And I think what it is that we always think of, like when I hear Corelle plates, I always think of those white ones with the little blue patterning, that really typical ones that we always saw. I'd never seen this pattern before. So in my mind, these are special. I could be making it up, but I think they're special. Okay, this is a weird one for me. I have a set of 5 of these little pewter or lead, one or the other, I don't know what they are, very substantial metal men. So 2 are the same that I think are little dwarves. One is a cleric, I think, with his little cross that he's holding. One is an archer. And these guys are all from like Warhammer, or those war dungeon, yeah, like not Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, like those kinds of war games. And they typically sell anywhere from about $10 to $18 a piece. I don't know anything from that. So the 5 of them go for $12. But they're heavy. They're quite substantial little guys, and very well made. So if you know somebody that is into like the D&D world, and they have little figures like that, great little gift to add to their collection. So there you go. Today's, I always feel like I have some version of a cream and sugar bowl. So today's version is this little black and white combo. So the top of the sugar bowl, and I think it's kind of cool that it's a tall sugar bowl, is a little butterfly. So they're in the black and white combo, and these, want to know who makes these? Who designs these? Marie Osmond. I didn't even know she had a line. So these are from the Marie Osmond line. So just, that was my fun discovery. $13 for these, and normally they go for a minimum of 30. So that was just my fun discovery. I didn't know she had one, but it makes sense. As I think about it, it makes sense. Now, I have always, I typically, when I can get these little tiny butter dishes, I pick them up. These little glass ones, I love them. This is the ritziest one I've ever had. This one is a Göttinger crystal dish. So this one's high class. So you've got the cut glass crystal on this. I'm selling it for $9. It sells for over $30. So pretty. So if you like these small little butter dishes, I have to tell you, I have somebody that told me that she knows that they're for butter, but she actually uses them. She has a number of them. She uses them as a little cloche, and she uses them as display for some of her precious items and stuff, where she creates a little vignette inside them, which is such a cute idea. And I don't know why I never thought of that. But now that I say that, you never know. You never know now if that becomes a video at some point. But $9 for that one. So Göttinger crystal. And last up is, now this is a signed lithograph. So it's signed by the artist. It is numbered as well. So 933 out of 950 of an antique shop. So it is double matted. So it's professionally matted and framed, double matted in a solid wood frame. And from Deer Park, New York. That's where this one comes from. $40 for this. This particular artist, which is, I can't remember her name, Patchel Olsen. Those are her last names. So Patchel Olsen, definitely quite well known, and her works go for quite a bit. Even her signed lithographs go for quite a bit. So $40, this is probably something that would sell in the $250 range. Otherwise, so good deal. And I just love kind of the look and the feel of it. Originally, this would have been a watercolor, but a really nice piece, and definitely kind of working with the vibe. Okay. That's what I got for you guys today. I hope that hope it was fun. Kind of a nice mix. I keep looking at these now, going, duh. I love them this way as a glass. But candlestick.
Like tape or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and I thought taper going in there too.
Yeah,
but yeah. Okay. He's right on this, folks. But I really like them. I really like them the other way around. But I love those ones. I always have favorites. I think that one's my favorite. Less so because I had to say Nick was right. I like them better before I had to admit to that.
I like that, the Marie cream and sugar thing.
You like the Marie cream and sugar?
Yeah, I don't use it, but I like parts of it.
We're not a cream and sugar kind of couple. Neither of us use it in our tea or our coffee, so kind of goes by the wayside for us. But I like them too. I think they're cool. Thanks for tuning in as always, guys. I appreciate it. And check out the videos. The one coming up this Friday. Okay, I still have to finish editing it. My microphone died on me, so a lot of it's voiceover. My apologies in advance, but it's still the same video. It's a little different, but it was my first time trying that look, but it's kind of fun. Check it out. Looking forward to seeing you next week. As always, thanks for coming out, guys. Take care.